everyone. So today I'm going to talk about migraine, what causes it, who suffers from it, and what are the symptoms. And of course, the most important part, what can we do to kind of, get over it, especially from the home remedies from our kitchen. So let's understand what migraine is. Migraine in itself is a disease and not only a plain headache. Headache is a symptom of migraine. So in migraine, there is vasodilation that takes place in the cranial blood vessels. So basically the blood vessels expands. Whereas in a normal headache, exactly the opposite thing happens. There is vasoconstriction. So the blood vessels actually become narrow. So please don't confuse the two. Now, who suffers from it? Women suffer 3 times more than the other population. However, we're seeing an increase in the number of kids, teens, young adults, men, women, everybody suffering from it. What are the trigger points of migraine? There is a huge list of the trigger points of migraine, starting from dehydration to stress to anxiety to acidity to long meals in your too long gap in your meals, too much of caffeine in your daily routine, sunlight exposure, weather, sometimes cloudy weather can cause it, drop in estrogen level for women causes it. Women who use a lot of birth control pill, have an issue with absorption of folate, and that causes it. These are the list of trigger points of migraine. What are the symptoms? Throbbing headache on one side. Migraine is generally on one side. And then people suffer from nausea, vomiting, extreme sensitivity towards light and sound, loss of concentration, total fatigue, irritation, mood swings, so these are the issues that people suffer from. Now that we've spoken about, who suffers from it, what are the trigger points, what are the symptoms, how do we need to go about it? So a very, very important aspect of dealing with migraine is observation and planning. So mostly people know what are the trigger points, so they need to observe and deal with it just at the onset, because once migraine has set in totally, then it will complete its cycle, and it could be anywhere from 24 hours to 72 hours. So make sure that just at the onset is when you take precautions and take the remedies to kill it at that onset itself. Now let's look at the treatment. Now if you're somebody whose trigger point is acidity, and if you have hyperacidity for some reason, and you are on the go, take an antacid so that you don't get into migraine attack. If you're at home and if you know that it's setting up, make a ajwain and cinnamon tea. Works very well for acidity and can keep migraine at bay. So half teaspoon of ajwain, half teaspoon of cinnamon powder in a liter of water. Just boil it and have that tea after every meal. You can have that as a normal routine as well to curb down your acidity. The second thing which works very, very well is black pepper. So soak black peppers, because black pepper has an enzyme called piperine, which has anti-inflammatory properties and works very well to keep migraine away. You could do it on a routine basis. Soak black pepper overnight and have it in the morning, or have it with your meals, or if at the onset of migraine, you could quickly make a decoction. So crush some black peppers, boil it in a cup of water and drink that tea. That will help you stop the migraine just at the onset. The other thing which works well is lavender oil. So just put a couple of drops in a kerchief and sniff it. Keep sniffing it, and in about 10 minutes you'll feel much better. If you don't have access to lavender oil, peppermint oil is another oil which works well and is easily available. Chamomile tea is also something which works extremely well. So chamomile tea with honey just at the onset, and another cup after a couple of hours will help you relax your muscles, relax the blood vessels, and give you a quick relief from migraine. Next, if you know that you're going to get it with sun exposure, before you step out, have a glass of buttermilk or coconut water or some curd or watermelon. which will help you stop the onset of migraine itself. What are the other things that you can do is have tulsi tea, because tulsi tea works very well because of the anti-inflammatory properties. If you really if it's gone into the full-fledged cycle of migraine, increase the intake of vitamin C foods work very well to kind of manage it through the cycle. Also, something which is not directly related, but if you have acidity and have migraine, lie down and place a hot water bottle on the lower abdomen, and that helps you release your migraine pain. Also, magnesium, sometimes deficiency of magnesium causes migraine, so make sure that you're getting enough magnesium in your food, which is whole grains, cereals, nuts, seeds. Make sure that you're getting enough and more magnesium in your diet. So you have to observe, try all of these, try few of these, try one of these, and let me know what's really worked for you. Yeah, I'll put that in comment section, and I'll be glad that I've been able to help you. If you have any specific question, put them in the comment section and I'll get back to you. Join my Facebook community. The link will be given in the description, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Bye bye.